Hello everyone, let's discuss the C program in order to add two matrices of the same dimension. Okay, so here we are defining everything in our main function. Now let's look at the program. So here you can see that R1, C1, R2, C2. So R1 represents the row number and R2 represents the second matrix row number, okay, and C1 and C2 represents the column number as well, okay. So how many columns will be there? Now based on that we have to get the arrays. So here you can see that first of all we are declaring array 1 and next we are declaring array 2, okay. Now by using the for loop we are getting that many elements, okay, R1 into C1, that many elements we are getting for our particular array. So first array and second array, like that we are getting the input, okay. So these places we are actually getting our input from the user. Now after this we need to add these two metrics and we have to print the values, right. So here you can see that I, again inside this particular thing, here you can see that I is starting from 0 to I less than R1, okay, and j also starting from 0 to j less than C1, that is column number of the first matrix. Now what we are doing is we are adding the elements in the ith and jth location of the first array with the ith and jth location of the second array, okay. The same index actually, okay, of the two different arrays, the elements we are adding, and we are storing it in array 1, okay. Instead of storing it in other array, we are using the same array, so array 1 we are using, and we are adding the corresponding elements, we are storing it inside this. Now after that you can see that we are simply printing it, okay. So once the first row is done, you have to come to the second row. So that is why here slashing, okay, we are just coming to the new line. For that purpose we are printing a slashing, and here by using the second this loop, for loop, we are printing the elements, the sum, okay. Now let's run this program and see the output. So here we have to first of all give, you know right, here in the program you can see that first of all row 1 and column 1, okay. So let's give the elements as 3 by 3, okay. So 3 by 3 matrix we are giving. Now we need to enter 9 elements, so let's enter the elements as 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2 and 3, okay. So this is the first matrix, okay, this is our first matrix. Now we need to enter the row and column of the second matrix. Here you can actually, here if you want we can give an instruction also. Now the scanning process is for the row 2 and column 2, okay. So here again the same dimension, we have to give the same dimension, okay, it's already mentioned. Now again we need to give 9 elements, so second matrix also of the same dimension, that is 3 by 3. Now let's give the elements as 2 2 2 and here let's give it as and 1, and again let's give it as 2 2 2, okay. Now you can see that, so here this is the second matrix and this is the first matrix, right. So you can see that 1 plus 2 will be 2. Now next 1 plus 2 3 is the first element, next is 2 and here 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4, next 3 and 2, so 5. So here we are getting all the elements in the same manner, right. The sum addition, the corresponding places we are adding, and we are getting the output as a 3 by 3 matrix itself, okay. So this was the C program in order to add two matrices of the same size.